All right, my loves. Hello, hello, hello. Day 42. God wants to talk to you. Is it still a challenge? It's not. Forgot to refresh my lipstick. Also, I wanted to drink something. Forgot that too. Well, it's 100 degrees. It's 1,000 degrees. But we move on. Um, this one is on the energetics of working with God. I realized after I wrote it. So we read, and then we contemplate, and then we read again. Dear God, oh, what would you have me know today? My sweetest, I am right here, always listening, always responding to your prayers. Pay attention to the quiet prayers in your heart. They are for me, but they are also for you. Your job is not to fulfill them. That's what I am here for. Your job is to hear them, to send loving energy toward them, which is sending loving energy to yourself, to the part of you that is most connected to me. In your heart, I live. In your heart, I speak. My love, we are in constant communication. Whether you hear me or not depends on how much attention you pay to your heart. It is as simple as that. My love, I want you to lead a life heart first. As often as possible, quiet your mind and let your heart tell you what it sees. This is very important for the work that you will do for humanity. Let me lead you in every moment, my love. Let us become one and the same. With love, God. So I just went live on Instagram because I just found this aspect so funny. I'll show it to Facebook first. Oh no, both can see. The funny thing about this is that sometimes, so while I'm writing these very, very lovely words, my pen gives out. And then I try to make it work again. And so I stab the page and then I write very aggressively because no ink comes out. And it's very funny. This sometimes happens because I write a lot, like a lot, a lot. Well, and then I write about God and love, but then I stab the page and all my aggression comes out, which I find funny. All right, so this one. Um, so what we hear a lot and what we know is it's not about what we do, it's about who we're being while we do the thing. So when it's about, creating a business, launching a program, um, choosing something in life, whatever. It is less about the thing, it is less about the form, and way more about who we're being as we're doing the thing, as we're choosing what we want to do. And what that also brings with it means that in the quiet inner state that we attain, that is the energetic signature and signal that we send out. It's not, you know, okay, so am I active enough? Am I promoting myself enough? What can be things? Have I made the right decision? It's the energetic signal in every moment. And where we orient ourselves And not only orient ourselves in, let's say, okay, so whenever I think about the future, I think good thoughts. That's also orienting ourselves, and that's good and important. But orienting ourselves also means as we go about our day, what do I focus on as I experience a situation? What do I focus on? How do I show up? Am I in my mind? Am I judging? Do I make the other than? Or do I look for the love? Do I look for what makes us the same? Do I look for finding compassion and understanding for the other, for example? And then when it's just us with ourselves, which that's what this letter is now talking about, the quiet prayers in our heart, that is the signal, that is the quality of our essence, which we can absolutely, you know, choose and change and alter and create and shape. That's why we have free will. And that is our responsibility. No one else will do this for us. So we can lead a life that is impressive on the outside, that is good, fine on the outside. But what is our moment to moment inner state? Are we generous towards the world? Or do we look at others and say, why do they get to do that? I'm mad that they have that. But on the outside, we're like, yeah, sure, fine, I'm happy for you. The energetic signature, that signal that's being cast out into the world, which will then pull in a response on that frequency, that is the quiet prayer in our heart. What do we wish for in the heart of our hearts? Do we wish that others thrive? Or do we wish that we want to thrive more? Doesn't matter what they do. The place that only we can access. No one else might see it. We can definitely, make it happen that on the outside we actually appear very different. And then we think, all right, I just fooled them. They now think I'm a nice person. Where in truth, we were judging someone, for example. And so the quiet prayers of our heart, that is also very, very, very important to tap into, which there can also be unconscious confusion. And the quiet prayers in our heart, they guide us to what is true for us and what is important to us. And so as we go about our lives, we see other people making choices and going about their lives. And they have the job to, create their life in a way that is true to them. And that might entail things, and qualities, and choices that are not right for us. So if we begin to then kind of begin to copy and, just because someone else does it that way, then we do it the same way. And we think that's what we want. Then the quiet prayer in our heart says something else. And then we go about that thing that the other person had, and then we reach it, and then it falls flat. because the quiet prayer in our heart, that's our truth. And that is our job to hear and to then orient ourselves to it. And then build a life that speaks to that and focus on that. And just make the conscious choice and intention to over and over and over again connect to that part of ourselves. And then the part where it says, in your heart I live, in your heart I speak. That's another thing, like every time that I, for example, sit down to write a letter like this, the power signal is, which now this is going on for 42 days. The power signal is this sitting down. For example, yesterday, I spent the whole day in Berlin, met some beautiful people, and had dinner with my sister and a long conversation with my sister. It was very like, we did some like deep work. And then I made my way back home after a long day of a lot of conversations. And then the train had some delay. And I ended up, I came home. I was very hungry. So I went into the kitchen and just, I don't know, had an apple or something. And then I came home, took off my makeup and then I was laying down in my bed and I was like, oh, right, good. Just this one thing that I still have to do, like my 8-minute meditation. That's part of a 8-day, 8 minutes meditation, certain special meditation that I do with a group right now, which this unlocks miracles right now, but that's not what we're talking about right now. And so I lay down and I was exhausted and I was like, I haven't written my letter to God from God. And so I peeled myself out of the bed again, grabbed my little notebook, lay down and wrote, and then stabbed the page because the pen was given out. It's funny. And that's the power signal. And you don't have to write every day, but that is also the power of prayer every day. It is not the thing we say. There's an enormous power and magic in our words too. Definitely. Our words are not descriptive, our words are creative. What we speak becomes reality. Abracadabra. That's the meaning of abracadabra. As I speak, it is. Something like that. So that's important. But the most powerful part of it is the fact that I sit down to write or sit down to pray. That I choose to make it a living, continued, important, prioritized part of my life. And what that does, it's like, you can imagine, like, let's say all your cells look in different directions. And then when you have them look to your heart, have them look to your prayer, have them look to God every day, over and over again, that is then the direction that your life will also take. And before it's like, well, I'll do this and that, and then the energy is somewhat scattered. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a problem, really. It's not. But there's a potency in choosing this work over and over again. And there's a powerful signal inside the daily act connecting with your heart, with God, which that's the same. All right, let's read. Dear God, what would you have me know today? My sweetest, I am right here, always listening, always responding to your prayers. Pay attention to the quiet prayers in your heart. They are for me, but they are for you too. Your job is not to fulfill them. That is what I am here for. Your job is to hear them, to send loving energy toward them, which is sending loving energy to yourself, the part of you that is most to me. In your heart I live. In your heart I speak. My love, we are in constant communication. Whether you hear me or not depends on how much attention you pay to your heart. It is as simple as that. My love, I want you to lead a life heart first. As often as possible, quiet your mind and let your heart tell you what it sees. This is very important for the work that you will do for humanity. Let me lead you in every moment, my love. Let us become one and the same. With love, God. I love you, and I'll see you soon.